What's up? Welcome to Digital Junto number 4. I am not Taylor Holiday. I'm Andrew Ferris, an account strategist at Common Thread Collective, sitting in for the out of the office Taylher Holiday because he recently had a baby. So it's a good reason for him to not be here. Yeah.
Vacation started early.
That's right.
Jordan Palmer. We're going to help kind of explain one of the cool things we're doing here at Common Thread Collective around creating content, but looking at it through a different perspective. And we've seen some amazing things happen. Andrew, you want to kind of tell kind of how you arrived at this and what started the conversation?
Yeah, so as always with Digital Junto, the point here is really just to kind of talk through what we see working and what we see not working on digital advertising across different platforms, and the recent big success we've seen has been with a new form of advertising content in terms of what we've been doing, which is basically short form, purposefully low quality video, or I should say not low quality, but like iPhone quality video basically, of athletes repping a product really, really authentically. And when I say we've seen success with this, what I mean is like cost per clicks down 400% from what we've normally seen at large spends, huge volume. We're seeing ROIs go way up, as you can imagine, with CPCs going down that much. We've seen gigantic amounts of kind of byproduct metrics that we don't even normally think about first and foremost. We've seen hundreds of thousands of video views to 100%, where people are sitting through a minute plus long video, watching the whole of it, shares, comments, all those kinds of engagement metrics that you see.
Facebook relevancy scores are 9s and 10s.
Yeah, 9s and 10s across the board. So just like every possible metric we can look at, this is really the point. These videos are absolutely blowing everything else that we've seen out of the water really right now. Yeah. So I saw that as a strategist on my side, like kind of looking in the account, and maybe Jordan, you can talk a little bit more about kind of the genesis of the idea, as well as maybe how you even go about getting those kinds of things. And
yeah, we really, one of the things that's always been our secret sauce is deciding exactly what we want to do and work backwards, whether that's onboarding a new client, whether that's a very specific campaign strategy. And one of the things that we've been looking at is what's working on social. Things from people that you follow at home. The things that you click on and watch the entire video through are a lot of times are just more authentic. So as the rise of Snapchat and Facebook or Instagram stories and live now, it's less about production quality, it's more about authenticity. So we challenged ourselves to look at ad products through that same lens. And what we arrived at is asking influencers, and we've done this with a couple of brands, but we use Kalo as an example. There are a lot of people, influencers in the space, football players and fitness influencers and hunting influencers who enjoy the product and wear the product and have been doing so for a while. And one of the things that one of the levers we were able to pull on is somebody who's already wearing the ring. I structured some very, very unique deals with these ambassadors. What we did is we said, I'm looking for a short form shot on iPhone, horizontally is a key thing for anybody who's looking to do this, horizontally shot. But iPhone videos of just a product testimonial. I'm not writing this script for you, so people like Andy Dalton, Kirk Cousins, I just want to hear literally why you've been wearing this product. About 45 seconds to a minute length. And what we're doing is we're using that as an ad product, and all I'm asking for from the ambassador is use of likeness on a Facebook ad product for 60 to 90 days. Not point of sale, not use of likeness site-wide. We're not talking about a long-term partnership. So for us, it's not cost prohibitive, or for Kalo, it's not cost prohibitive. And for the ambassador, we're not eating up a category. We're not taking any money off the table for them in terms of the partnerships that they have. And so I think we're going to roll an example video of this. This is one that we shot with the Monday Night Football crew. Trent Dilfer, Matt Hasselbeck, Charles Woodson, Randy Moss, and Steve Young. 5 guys who wear the product and enjoy it. Some of them I know, some of them I don't know. They just love the product and found about it a way that a lot of people did. And so we'll kind of roll that clip to get a feel for what we discovered.
Doing Monday Night Countdown with the boys. Randy, you've been wearing the Kalo ring for a long time. Why? Well, because back when I played catching the balls, my fingers stayed swollen. So when I decided to wear a ring, it could not fit over my knuckles. But with this ring right here, anything's possible. I love wearing it.
And you're a workout freak. You're playing golf all the time. Now, that's why I went to it, because golf-wise, I'd go to grip the club, and my old ring would always get in the way. This one, I know I have it on.
My problem is pretty self-explanatory. You see this finger right here kind of curving over the
Just
wrong.
like an S.
Yeah, it ain't supposed to go that way. So my regular ring couldn't fit over this fat knuckle right here, man. This thing here, though, damn.
Money. And you guys
Easy
saw
on, easy off.
You guys saw quarterbacks.
No, I saw
in the NFL.
Derek Carr wearing one like during a game. Well, you can't wear a ring during a game. I didn't know that it was like this rubber thing. I know. I'm like, oh.
Makes sense
I've
now,
actually
huh?
seen some CrossFitters doing it. I was doing CrossFit, and what I liked about it as a 40-year-old quarterback last year, I put like those like creams, like icy hot Ben Gay on my
Everywhere.
muscles, so I don't pull it exactly. And then he just gets it on there. I can get it, and then I just wear it out to practice.
We're obviously all believers.
So we're looking at that video. What you see is it's shot on a phone on the field right after they got done doing their job, which is talking about the game. What we were able to do is repurpose that and serve that as an ad. And if you want to kind of talk through, we get that video. I'll leave the specifics out, but it was not cost prohibitive for us to be able to secure that deal with them. So a lot of times with us, with what I do here, it is through personal network, but we were able to essentially get that video for pennies on the dollar, but also it was a good deal for them because it wasn't taking money off the table from them with another brand. But once we get that video, I want to kind of talk through what took place after.
Yeah, and I was gonna say too, you could see those kind of athletes don't have to put a ton of time into it either. So it's not cost prohibitive for us. It's not time prohibitive.
It took
for
a
them.
minute of their time,
Right.
and no, it didn't take from any of the categories that they were currently in.
Yeah, so it's kind of just a win across the board. And the fact of the matter is, if you are married and you follow or like or are interested in some way the NFL on Facebook, you have probably seen some of these videos in the last few days because we are dumping money into making them promote, and the only things we put money into are the things that work. And so, like I said, I mean, the result of that has been just huge numbers of website traffic, huge numbers of video views, and for me, I see this kind of as the ultimate digital marketing win because it accomplishes three things, right? First and foremost, it drives revenue, and that's what we're all about. We're constantly trying to think about ways that are actually using digital ads to feed back revenue, being profitable while spending right away, while just driving website traffic. So it's profitable. Secondly, huge amounts of reach. We're reaching deep into these communities, millions and millions of people literally seeing these ads. And so whether or not they buy now or whether or not they come across the product in a retail setting later, they've now had a really good touch with the product. And the third thing is brand equity. So we've got revenue, we've got reach, but you're doing all those things at the same time while being represented by a really high quality influencer. We're talking about the Monday Night Football crew. We're talking about starting NFL quarterbacks who are, I haven't looked at the numbers recently, but I think going to the playoffs. And
TBD.
Right, and
Kind of like
running
my
the
fantasy team.
yeah, I'm sure. Running the ads to those local markets. And so when you hit all three of those, to me, that's like the ultimate win in marketing. If you're getting reach, equity, and profitability all at once, normally brands are separating those spends. They're literally setting money aside to say, like, let's spend this money on branding. And we're saying, let's do it all at once because we have such a good product that's so completely native to the platform. And I think, like you said earlier, like, it's an ad that doesn't look like an ad. And in that respect, we think everybody wins. And it's a great product at the end of the day. So we feel awesome about putting it into more hands or on more fingers or something.
And we, with any of the clients that we work with, we try and treat it as if it's our own brand and as if we're the one handling the entire P&L. And what this has allowed us to do is we've shot these videos or had these videos shot with several NFL players, and on the Monday Night crew, former NFL players. A couple of those guys are Hall of Famers. Duck Dynasty, some fitness influencers, some folks in the hunting industry. We're getting one on the military side of things. Surfers. So we've actually been able to hit multiple categories, and without going too into the numbers, we have spent in total significantly less money combined across all those categories as Kayla did on their last shoot. For production and a gaffer and lighting and travel and food and paying the ambassador. So it's actually really beneficial from a cost perspective on the brand. And again, what you lose on the branding side, because it's not shot by Kalo and look and the feel, what you lose on that, you make up for with equity because of who these people are that are giving their testimonials. This is not my next door neighbor, Bob. These are significant people who hold influence over the community of customers that Kalo currently has. So we've done this with Kalo. We've also done this with another client. They make Bluetooth speakers, but they had licensing deals with top college football teams and NFL teams. And so what we did is we went around on rivalry weekend. USC is playing UCLA. If you care about either of those teams, you know that's happening that weekend and you're watching the game. What we did is we looked at current NFL football players who went to SC and went to UCLA, and we sent them helmets and we literally asked them to bump it in their locker and talk about it and throw a fight on or a beat USC. And we saw all those same metrics that came back with this. That was really where we started with this and said we're really onto something here. So with Junto, it really is about sharing, and in this position, I feel like I'm just taking a giant pile of gold and pushing it across the table.
Yeah.
But we're not super competitive in that standpoint. We want really everybody to help move the industry forward. This is a really unique way to do that. And from a cost standpoint, it's great for the brand. From an authenticity and a brand equity standpoint, if you have the relationships with the right people, which is not easy, but if you have those relationships and you can not deal with agents and get right to the ambassador, a lot of these times we came up with the idea and got a video live on Facebook within 3 or 4 days, which is pretty incredible.
Also less time than a high quality production. We're pro high quality production. We love shooting high quality stuff, but everything has a place, and this is digital ads on social, and so we feel like that's part of why this has been such a big win. Why do people go on Facebook? To look at stuff that people post that they know, not necessarily to watch commercials, right? So we're trying to be what people are already there looking for. So that's it.
Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you got something out of this, and I don't know if we'll see you next time or if Taylor's going to come back from having a baby and go get off my set.
No, I think we did a good enough job that he's probably out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I actually totally
I would
agree
watch
with you.
us more than I'd watch Taylor.
Yeah, I love watching myself. It's the best.
Thanks, guys.
True. Thanks.